Hi, my Aries friends and family. It's Debbie Dubois here. I am bringing you your love and life forecast for June 2019. So we're going to get started and I'm going to do a little bit of shuffling. I want to say thank you so much if you've watched my videos before and, for commenting, liking, and supporting my channel. I really appreciate it. This is the first time you've seen any of my readings, I do specialize mostly in catalytic heart awakening, higher self guidance for achieving like your highest potential, coming into your own balance, coming into your own knowing. So a very spiritual take on relationships and getting you into a stronger place is really what I focus on. If you find that at the end of this reading or even before, if you would like, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I would love for you to be a part of the True Sacred Union family. And if you want to get my readings through your feed, just go ahead and press the bell and that will make sure that you don't miss any of my readings. As I'm shuffling, the other thing I want to let you know about is that looks like I'm doing a workshop in Niagara Falls. I'm facilitating a twin flame workshop with Marla Kelly. She's putting it on, and that's going to be at the end of September. So you might want to check your calendar and see if that's something you might be interested in doing. And the other thing I want to let you know about is that I am doing a live reading on YouTube within the next 2 weeks for a lucky winner of a drawing that I'm having that would like to have me read the Intuit Oracle cards for them for any questions or situation that they have. And this will give you an opportunity to interact directly with Source, and the cards will speak, and then you will have questions probably from the cards, and we'll ask more questions, and we'll get a really good overview of your situation. So if you're interested in that, you just need to like the video, share it with a friend, or share it to social media. Make sure you are a subscriber of my channel, and then all you have to do is comment below and just say, hey, I did all that, I'm interested in your reading. And finally, go ahead and shoot me an email at vibrationsoflove1111@gmail.com so that I can contact you when the final time and date has been set, and so that you'll know when to be there. Lastly, I am giving away at that reading, I'm going to give away an Intuit Oracle deck. So it's going to be the deluxe version. It has the crystals in it. It has, all of the cards and the planetary influencers and, the timing cards of the astrology, plus the 2 main decks. And then I'm using right now the 2 main decks, the planetary influencers and the spirit animals. All right, so that's what I'm using. Thank you for allowing me to get that housekeeping out of the way. But really, if you're interested in getting that live reading, make sure you check below for the details if that went a little fast for you. Don't want to spend a lot of time on that because I want to get right to your reading. So this is for my Aries friends and family. All right. Okay. First thing we're going to do is we're going to ask, what are the overall energies for the month of June for 2019? This is for Aries. The first card is the head of the pack. Not surprising for an Aries reading. Transformation, the stork. Okay. And the scythe. This is the first time this has popped up, and this is my 12th reading today. I haven't seen this all day. I love this card. It's funny because when you see it, I always think of the Grim Reaper. The Grim Reaper's coming with his scythe, right? But that is just like so not what this card is really about. All right. Well, Aries, you are truly in a period of time where you're changing. There's a lot of transformations going on. And you have maybe you're starting to see some growth of some seeds that you've planted. All right. There's some definite change. There's some definite movement forward. Just like though in pregnancy, there is sometimes a feeling of restlessness, you know, a restlessness. I know when I was pregnant with my girls, both of them, as I started getting ready to give birth, I started to get really like antsy. So I'm sure that's not just me. I'm sure a lot of other people have experienced that. The transformational changes, a lot of times, if they're not happening at the pace that we want them to, we can become a little bit restless. But this is here to assure you that you are, you know, transforming the situation. The seeds are about to burst through the soil. And that's how I know, because it's seated right next to, all right, we have the stork card, and then right next to it, pointing at it, is the scythe. All right, so the scythe is about sudden, unexpected harvest. Can you believe that? Harvest. After we just talked about the seed, we've got harvest here. It's a surprise, okay? It's something that's released suddenly. It's unexpected. It can be shocking and it's very liberating, okay? So this transformation that's happening, even though you might feel like that baby's never going to come, this card right next to it pointed at it. You see the scythe is actually pointed at the storks, the transformation. It means that you are going to have movement on this. It's probably going to come quickly and it might even surprise you. All right. And the other card that goes along with it, surprise, is successful. Successful completion, finishing first. You know, the leader, it's in coming to completion. You're finishing first in the competition. So it's successful. You are the head of the pack. So, oh my gosh, that is excellent ways of energy for my Aries friends. It's a great place to be in this month of June. All right, so that's the overall energies. Now we're going to take a look at your love relationships, your love relationship, or the prospect of having a love relationship. What does the universe want you to know right now about relationships? General reading for Aries. First thing that comes up is the man. I've had this happen all day long. The man and the woman both have appeared quite a bit. This is your love interest. Right? I look at this as your love interest. If you are a man, then it's you. But this is mostly a love interest. And it could be a love interest even if you are a man. All right, hang on a second. All right. Love relationship. Ooh, all right. Going places, a ship. All right, good. And let's see, right here. Wish granted. All right, so you are lucky in love. You are lucky in love. This relationship with this love interest is going places. Okay? Now, whether this is actually in the 5th dimensional or 3rd dimensional, it doesn't really matter because it takes it going places on a higher level before it manifests in the lower dimensions. But this relationship, the ship is usually quick movement, all right? And I feel based on the other card that's with it is the stars, that it is a good smooth sail, all right? It's a good smooth sail. Let me look at this here. Hang on a second. Right. Now, it could be that you are going on a trip with this person and physically going someplace. That's a possibility, and it's a great time of year to do that. But the ship being the central card is really saying that things with your love interest are really moving along, okay? And it feels like an adventure. It feels like a really good, positive experience. And then it's coupled with, the ship is coupled with the stars. So when you're out on the ship, right, the captain of the ship used to navigate by the stars. So that's kind of interesting. I'm thinking of, being on a sailboat, a ship, and looking up at the stars, underneath the stars. And what is that about? It's about falling in love. Wish granted, falling in love, being at peace, feeling blessed, feeling hopeful. And that is the card that's coming right along with this. So It looks like whatever relationship you're in, if you haven't met the person, you know, might meet the person and it goes really quickly. But essentially your wish is granted. So I love that. And that's where I feel that these words, you know, miracle, you feel like, oh my God, this is such a miracle. I can't believe this is happening. I feel so blessed. Great energy. All right, Aries, you've got some good stuff going on. Let's talk about your creative expression, your career, that which you came here to do, that which brings you your abundance. What does Source have to say? Okay, so we got the moon. We got the woman, so that's you, or your love interest. If you're a man or your love interest happens to be a woman, it could be your love interest, but this is typically referred to as you if you are a woman. So you, we're asking what's going on with the career and your creative expression and your abundance, and it's coming up you. Got a luck card, and we got a prosperity card, which is great. All right, so it's basically saying that you are in your divine feminine. Okay, so in your divine feminine, you're very intuitive right now. You're very psychic right now. All right, you're recognizing the higher perspective. You know, anything that you have in your subconscious mind is able to be accessed by you at this time. This is very, very helpful when it comes to creating. And you have the grasshopper. So the grasshopper is here to assure you, you don't need to worry. Okay, prosperity is coming. You're moving forward. If there's anything that you need to do to make this stuff happen, take that leap of faith. Move forward and don't be afraid. Don't hold yourself back. You've got all the luck on your side to create this prosperity in this particular situation that you find yourself in from a creative expression standpoint. All right, I'm going to see if there's any other information on your career. Okay. Let's see if there's any more information. We got the sun. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and this card pulls out. Oh my gosh, that squirrel. Squirrel keeps coming out. And it's so funny. It's like, and I don't know if I'm drawing the squirrel to me, because I've said in a couple of videos, I've had the tendency to feel just a little bit squirrely. Like, I think it's the energies right now. They've been really intense. I find myself getting a little bit grumpy, which puts me in that energy of kind of scolding. Oh, well, why didn't you do this? Or, you know, and there's the accusation, scolding. I am personally quite hyperactive right now. I'm doing a lot. I'm moving forward. And sometimes I end up miscommunicating. So I don't know, maybe I'm drawing this card to me, or maybe it's coming up in these readings a lot today. And this is the 12th reading I've done. I've probably seen it 5 times. So it must not just be me. And this is career, you know, you might be feeling like, all right, I'm really getting over some of this stuff. You know, I'm really getting over some of the energies of your work situation. You know, you have a lot to draw upon to make things happen, but you might have some sensitivity in your career way. But this is what you got. You got the sun. You got this incredible, successful energy, right? It's power. It's energy. And if you combine that with the moon, you know, the sun and the moon, you've got a great balance of the divine feminine and the divine masculine in your career. So it means you're really balanced, and that's awesome. And also, in this particular respect, you may be an imposing and powerful character in the play, you know. You may be extremely, I want to say, standing at a position of power. I don't really feel like this is about protecting yourself or others. I think this is more about your independence and your ability to take this power. Okay, here's another power card. You got a lot of power going on, right? It's radiant. It's very, very successful energy. So if you find yourself doing a little bit of this, I think that, you know, Source would have you say, go easy on yourself. This is something that other people, including Debbie, are having happen. And it does have to do, for me, it has to do with work. So it's interesting. I must not be the only person that's finding myself just a little bit maybe agitated when it comes to work, because I'm ready to manifest. I'm ready to make things happen. And sometimes when I deal with others and, you know, I can be a little short of patience. So I'm going to have to work on that squirrel energy of mine. All right. Let's see. The last thing that we're going to look at is what your higher self wants you to know for the coming month of June. So what guidance, in addition to this, does your higher self want you to know? All right, this is for Aries. The Clover, you got another luck card. Oh my gosh. Got the Anchor. It's the central card right here. Read these cards together. I haven't mentioned this to you, but this is a Lenormand deck. Kind of, it's based on the Lenormand deck and the Magnet. And you do tend to read these in pairs and create additional meanings depending on how the cards pair together. So I like reading with 3 cards because it gives me a lot of play here. All right, so I'm just looking at all the cards as an overall message from Source. Okay. You right now are in a pretty stable position. Sometimes the anchor can be weighed down or stuck, like, you know, not being able to move because you're anchored into something. This is a really positive card for you right now. You're really solid. All right? You're solid, you're steady, you're stable, and you're happy. It goes right along with this card, the happy card. It's the Clover. Again, it's another luck card. It's good fortune. It's you having, you know, good unexpected things happen to you. Yeah, it's awesome. In fact, it does say something about having a rendezvous with that special someone, which might be these cards here, that if you might be going to travel somewhere with that person. But there's a lot of happy coincidences. There's a lot of really happy energies. So compared, like if the anchor was paired with something else, you know, it might have a different meaning, but paired with the Clover means that, you know, what you're experiencing through this month is, you know, a reflection of your stability, the reflection of your centeredness and your steadiness and your willpower. Of course, Aries has an incredible amount of willpower, but you also have a great deal of ability to remain happy and pull yourself up by the bootstraps and, you know, appreciate good fortune and stay in a really positive place. And what that does for you is that magnetizes that stuff to you that you really want. So, you know, that's where the charm, the attraction of the magnet, it's coming towards you because you're resonating at that frequency. So this is a very positive reading for Aries this month. I think you're going to have a really good month. I would say the only thing that came up to be aware of is that we've got a little bit of squirrel energy, and you know, you might feel a little bit of that squirrely kind of energy. But you know what? Everybody is in this time right now. The energies are really, really harsh, and it looks like you're going to have a really, really good month. So I really hope you enjoyed that reading, Aries, and I'll be back again in July with another reading specifically for Aries. Tomorrow I deliver up a reading for the collective, and that is love relationships. It comes out, like I said, tomorrow. It'll be for the next week. So if you like this video, please do take a moment to like it. I'd really appreciate it. And subscribe to my channel if you haven't done it. I would love to have you part of my family. So anyways, thank you so much for being here, and I wish you well. Until the next time, namaste.